welcome everybody to another episode of Ordinary Extraordinary with another extraordinary guest, Randa. And Randa is going to tell you everything about herself that she would like to share with you guys, either watching now or later. But I met Randa in my English class several years back, and I noticed that she was eager to get the knowledge, not only to sit and passively receive information from the teacher. So I suggested that she checks out some of the things that I have been doing or had been doing as a life coach at the time. And she jumped at this opportunity, and a miracle happened in my view, in my opinion. So let's see. Hi, Randa. How are you doing?
Doing great, Sasha. How are
Yeah,
you?
I'm pretty decent too. I'm excited to have you and listen to your story. I know a little bit of it, but I want to know more about you. And my first question, therefore, is who are you and what do you do?
Yeah, so Randa Jaafari, currently I'm medical interpreter. I started my own business as an organizer for medical conferences back in 2005 in my first home in Syria. I'm also a mother of one daughter, she is 28, my son 24, and one
Mhm.
4 months. I'm also I teach some postgraduate students.
Mhm. Now your video is lagging a little bit, so sometimes it freezes and then it unfreezes. It's probably because you have a great camera, so I don't know how to reduce the quality of your camera in order to support the uninterrupted stream, but let's hope it doesn't lag much. Okay, so um, you do medical interpreting. You did in Syria medical events organizing, right? And you have a daughter of 28. Your son is 24, right? And you have a 4-month-old grandbaby, correct? All right. So
Yeah,
life is full. Okie doke. So,
yes, yes.
so formalities aside, let's ask my juiciest question that I like to learn, from people. It's just basically for me anyway. I want to learn it, and if other people want to learn from others, hey, they can watch it. So, second question: what obstacles have you overcome in your life? What obstacles have you had in your life, and how did you overcome those obstacles?
Yeah. So first of all, I would like to thank you, Sasha, for giving me the chance to talk on your podcast. I do really appreciate it, and I appreciate our friendship. Yeah, today I want to talk about something that was life changing for me, and that might be useful for others at this critical period of time with the COVID-19 situation. I want to share my experience on how I dealt with a crisis that happened in my life and how I used this crisis to create better version of myself. Maybe at this point I need to share some of my background here. So I moved to the United States in 2015 from my country of origin, Syria, because of the civil war. That was the first time in my life I was face to face with a real crisis. Things were out of control. The crisis hit me so hard. It was real, and there was no way I could have avoided something similar to what's going on now these days, like dealing with the situation and all the consequences that might follow. During the war, I lost my business, I lost my house, friends, I lost relatives. I immigrated to another country to start from zero at the age of 50, also a divorce. And on top of that, my daughter was diagnosed with cancer. Actually, that was huge for me to handle. The circumstances were overwhelming. I was faced with big losses, uncertainty, and fear, and all were real. And honestly, I had no idea on how to process all the pain. But I kept reminding myself that this is not going to kill me. I have a choice on how I would react. Soon I realized that this crisis is too big for me to handle. And I was grateful to you, Sasha, who introduced me to the Right Living Foundation and to Dr. Bob Wright who was my mentor and who supported me on my journey of self-awareness, and who empowered me enough to turn my losses into big wins. So this is what I'm going to talk about today: turning losses into big wins and keep on like your life.
Mhm.
Best person. The first step to dealing with the crisis the first step to dealing with my crisis was to identify my emotions: fear, hurt, sadness, anger, and joy, and then to know the skill on how to express them, and then realizing that I still have the choice not only to be like to feel my emotions, but like I have the choice not to let them control me. Although they are real, but I'm not gonna let them to control me. At the same time, I was like, I gave myself the chance to accept my emotions and not to shame myself with having them. Yes, I was angry, extremely angry. Yes, I was sad. I cried for hours. Yes, I was hurt. My heart was broken. Yes, I'm afraid and uncertain. But still, I have the choice to let go and claim my happiness and to choose positivity over negativity in every moment of the day. Sasha, positivity made me stronger and more resilient. The people around me were very supportive. I felt I'm okay and I'm not alone. And I understood that human beings are basically all the same. I choose to face the truth and reality and not to be numb by my emotion and not to numb my emotions by watching TV, by doing online shopping. This is crazy. By
Mhm.
sleeping or or overeating. I also choose to be, this is very good. And like, you were the first person to introduce me to this. I was like, I also choose to be out of my drama and not to play victim and to liberate myself from blaming anybody for the circumstances. This is when I enjoy two things: my freedom and being responsible for my actions. The world is not going to be the same anymore. Neither do I. But still, I have the power of choice, the power to transform, and I am going to risk and I'm going to rise like a phoenix from the ashes.
All right, perfect. Thank you, thank you, thank you very much for sharing this. So, my third question to you is, what makes your heart sing today?
Yes, yes. So, like, yeah, there are so many things actually, when I talk to my children and we go deep into these like deep level of conversation, that makes my heart sing. When my baby grandchild smiles, oh my God, it makes me like really happy. When I talk to family and friends and spread hope and positive energy, when I make a difference, this is also makes me really very happy. When I pray to God, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, or meditate in nature, when I grow spiritually, I think like, all these things makes me really very happy.
Mm-hmm. So, basically, human contact at the deeper level, right? Uniting with the power you believe in, right? And connecting to people's lives and making a difference in those people's lives is
Connection,
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, I can identify with that too. I was thinking every time I ask this question, I'm listening to you or to another person, and I'm like, what makes my heart sing? It's just seeing people like you know, overcoming difficulties, using the positivity, and then passing it on to other people. I think that's the only way to change the world, to start with ourselves and just, circle wider and wider around ourselves and our lives and just grabbing these people into this hurricane of happiness or hurricane of purpose, in life, and then just having them understand that it's not as bad as it seems. So
Correct.
you are this example, a living example of a woman who came to this country, scared, I would say, and not knowing what to do, and just seeing your desire to start anew and discover something for yourself. And you know usually people don't listen to other people because we're so entangled in our beliefs. At least I was, and I saw the difference in you. You were listening to me, and my heart was singing, because as a teacher, I was like, oh my God, she's listening. And there were other people, students listening, but there are stars among us, and you're one of them. So
Oh, this brings tears
yes,
to my eyes,
it's, well,
Sasha. Really.
yes. Yeah, keep doing what you're doing, because this is your victory. I feel like I'm sharing with you this thing, because you heard me and it changed your life, which means you actually confirmed that my path is the path that is worth walking on. So hey, now difficult times. So the question number 4 is very pertinent. If you allow yourself to give suggestion, right, I'm going to ask you this question. What suggestion would you give to people who are going through tough times? I started this thing before the COVID-19, so people were given different things, but now this question is like so important to many people. So what would you suggest to people who are going through difficulties in their lives?
Yes.
What would you
So,
say to them?
yeah, with COVID-19 situation, Sasha, and with all the fear and uncertainty we are facing, please give me the permission to give these suggestions. Like, I encourage people to be in touch with their emotions, to express them boldly and not to numb themselves, and to make the choice of not becoming their emotions. This is very essential. Like, if you are in fear, like, this is, yes, it's true, you are in fear, but don't let fear control you, control your actions and reactions. I encourage people to search for meaning of what's going on, and to be mindful of the lessons to be learned. This is very important. Everything happened for a reason. There's nothing that's happening for just happening. There is reasons that we need to learn now. And also, I suggest that people choose positivity over negativity, and to be gentle with themselves, and to remember that they are not alone. There's something also very important that I do really love: to be of service, to donate. This is very nourishing for the soul, to spread love. And also, I would like to remind myself, my children, and everyone that the world is going through drastic changes, and we need to be adaptable as much as we can. Difficult times are the right time to transform and see things from different angle. Let's give ourselves the permission to do that. And Sasha, at the end, I like always, I keep in mind this quote that has been said by Maya Angelou once: God puts a rainbow in the clouds. So just keep thinking about the rainbow.
All right, I will. Well, Randa, thank you very much for this touching, topics that you raised, and thank you for sharing part of you with us. And I really want other people to see this and get encouraged by you and keep moving forward boldly, acknowledge their emotions, like you said, not to become their emotions, not to get stuck in them and numb them in various different ways, but just to take the wind of change, right, as the wind of moving forward, not the one that stops you from going where you wanted to go. And it should be fine. I know it's easier said than done, but hey, I'm actually getting encouraged by people like you and listening to different books and seeing people's actions in those difficult times, and it gives me power and hope. So thanks again for being with us, and I hope to see you in person soon. Enjoy the rest of your day and the weekend, and keep doing what you're doing. Thank you very much,
Thank you.
Randa.
Thank you so much,
Mhm.
Sasha. Thank you so
All
much.
right,
I
everybody have a
appreciate
good
you.
one. All right, bye
Bye.
bye. Mhm. Bye. Thanks.